Hey guys, it's Cassie with Twined with Rosemary Cut Flower Garden. Today, I just want to do a spring garden check-in. Let's see what we've got growing. Let's check on our spaces. This is our 4th year that we're jumping into for flower farming, and we're just excited to do some new things. We usually do some like kid workshops. We're gonna do those, but I'm also gonna host a couple festivals here on the farm, so we'll talk about that as we jump in. All right, we've got lots of weeding to do. It's still very early. Today's like the 3rd warm day is all in spring, so we're just barely kind of beginning. So give us a little grace as we walk through here and I kind of show you what we've got going on. Follow, subscribe, we're happy you're here, and let's get jumping into that tour. All right. Okay, so this is our space. It's our home. We bought this barn dominium 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago. Well, we're going into the 4th year, our 4th growing season, so whatever long that is. We started our flower farm when we bought this house and moved in, and we just put these raised garden beds out here last year, and these little pavers and rocks. We're still building the fence, as you can see. It's just gonna have like a cute little gate and a sign. I can't wait to show you when we do that. But let's talk about what we're growing in these bases. So in this bed, last year we grew scabiosa and celosia and a couple sunflowers. This year, I think I'm gonna pull the plastic up and do zinnias here. I don't wanna plant zinnias in plastic ever again. Okay, and in here we grew some Orlea and bachelor buttons. So once we've got this space weeded, I think I'm gonna put our Lisianthus right in here. So these 3 beds are all annual, and this bed is perennial. So I'm gonna walk you through what we've got growing in here. Our annual beds, we like to grow different things every season, so that way it helps keep that disease lower, and we're just kind of mixing it up. So right here we've got yarrow, feverfew. I had dahlias in here last year. We've got daisies right here. And then we've got calendula, and I planted some more yarrow and feverfew back there. Okay, I'm gonna take you to our U-pick garden. This way to the U-pick. You can kind of see what we've got going. All right, let me see if I can flip the camera. There we go. So as we're walking, we just brought these ranunculus out, and I made a video about that, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. We had them in the garage, and it was a pain in the butt to carry them every single day in and out of the garage, and they love the sunshine. So we brought this, we made this little tunnel. We can frost cloth it when the nights are cold, and we can leave it open and airy. It also helps keep the deer out of them a little bit. That's the goal. All right, here's our U-pick space. Our cute sign, and that beautiful neighbor barn in the backdrop. These are our spaces. We've got these 3 raised beds out front. Kind of landscaped it a little. I was out here weeding, so please excuse the piles of weeds on the ground. Okay, so far, I haven't really planted a whole ton, but I've planted out this row yesterday. And in here, I put Bells of Ireland, and I have some ranunculus that actually overwintered that are popping up. I don't know if you can see that, but that sure is ranunculus popping up out of the ground, which I'm surprised. We're in zone 5B, and I cannot believe it overwintered. We did mulch it pretty good, but I'm still shocked. Here I planted poppies on this far end of the bed. We planted some poppies, and then back there are 3,000 tulips. And then here I haven't planted anything out, but we've got some bachelor buttons popping up that are coming back. They reseed themselves. And over here we planted out Chinese forget-me-nots and Buporium, and just direct seeded it straight into the ground in March. So we're excited to see what happens there. And these other beds we are going to plant out hopefully by the end of the week. And then over here I'm going to be putting our zinnias and cosmos in these 2 beds. I do not love to fabric zinnias and cosmos. I do not think that they do as well when they're in ground that is not fabricked. So that's an experiment I did last year. So we will not put them in fabric. All right, let's check on everything else we have. So just walk through the farm real quick. This space last year was a little workshop space, and this year it's going to be a space for our sunflower festival. So I'm going to grow sunflowers down in the mulch. It'll be really pretty. And then we are going to plant out on the hillside, make rock beds, and plant out. So that's what we've got going. We laid this ground cover so we can kill the grass right there and plant on the edge side. Hopefully make it pretty, kind of like a landscape area. Just beautify the space a little bit. We've got some fun hammocks down there. There's a creek that runs through here. It's shut off right now. It's just an irrigation overflow, and they're doing some maintenance on it. But our little hammocks hang down there, and we're making a kid area back there. So we're excited about that. We've got like a trampoline and some kid toys we're gonna put up. All right, so closest to the house, we've got some peonies that we've got growing on. They froze 2 nights ago. I was a little bit worried, but they seem to be doing really great. So we've got our peonies close to the house. And then I planted some more peonies in here and a mint bush, and I need to go in and weed again. And right here, these hens and chicks and hens came from my grandma's garden. They traveled 4 states and they've survived 4 years here. So it's our 4th season we've had them here. That's exciting. So in these beds, I planted a lot of Echinacea direct seeded last fall. I don't see any of them that are popping up. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to replant this in a couple weeks if I don't see any growth other than weeds. So we'll see what's going on here. This, we didn't plant anything in it, so we've plasticked it, this garden space, and we're hoping to kill everything, and then we can plant, we don't even know what yet, even if it's just an annual this year inside of there. And then we've just always got tiers of rock beds, but we do have some daffodils growing over here, which is kind of fun. And some tulips. Oh, sorry, my shadow. Hang on, I'll turn the other way. Morning sun, morning sun. Okay, so through here we've got some daffodils and some tulips. Okay, let's walk down to, let me show you our other peony space. So, I gotta flip the camera. So right here we mulched. We laid fabric and mulched. We've got some little weeds that have come in, but as you can see, our little peonies are starting to come back up. They're a little bit slower. This side of the house gets a lot more shade than the other side of the house. So these are a little bit slower to get some growth. Those other ones were a couple inches tall, and these peonies are just starting to pop up. So I'm excited. This will be their 2nd year here. We'll come down here and talk about these spaces. So we've got our cute little barn. I call it a barn, but it's like a lean-to shed. It's not very big, but it's adorable. And we made this space last year. We're excited to build like a swing right here. You can sit and swing. Pathway. We have some annuals in here. So these are alum or alum. As you can see, my rabbits keep getting out and eating them, which is enough to drive me insane. So I'm hoping we'll get some alum this year. So we planted those last fall and they didn't pop up last year. They did a little bit, but not great. And I planted a lot of lilies in here, but as you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is an animal bedding down in that space. So I don't know if it's bunnies or what, but that's frustrating. So cute little pathway. Sorry, my shadow. Over here, we have got ourselves some transplanted flowers that we just barely transplanted. That's a mint right there. So a mint, weeds and weeds and weeds, and yarrow. So we just transplanted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yarrow. So that'll look nice, hopefully. And then we've got our cute bunnies, our cute little barn. And I thought I saw in this space, here we go, some of our alum. alum. Somebody tell me how to say that, are popping up. So that's fun. Maybe those are lilies. I don't know. Okay, so here's our little bunnies. We've got some goats and some chickens. In this space we're so excited to beautify this summer. It's our goal. We're moving the mulch from that sunflower patch over to here, so bear with me. Okay, we've got strawberries in this one. And then I'm gonna kill that off and plant annuals in here. So we're gonna have 4 rows of annuals right here. And this is just gonna be an overflow space. We've got our U-pick up top, the 2 beds up there. And then this will be mostly like wedding work and such. And then we decided this year, my kids love harvesting like veggies and fruits. So this year we're gonna have a cute little garden right over on the back side right here. And I laid fabric to kill all that off. And we are gonna plant a cute garden right there. So I'm excited. A personal veggie garden. So lots of fun stuff right here. Cute little area. We're gonna fence this too. We just haven't gotten there yet. And then on the side of the house, we've got all kinds of things growing. So over there's this really pretty purpley pineapple flower thing that grows right here, and it is gorgeous. So that's one of my favorites. We've got some bear mat that grows right here. I use that in all of our bouquets. It smells amazing and it's beautiful. It's like a ferny leaf. Oh, we've got some new growth popping up. And then these are red hot pokers right here. And we planted some perennials that my mother-in-law passed along from her garden last year right into the top up here. So I'm hoping these take off. What did she bring me? She brought me like some butterfly weed and some echinacea and some daisies, and I don't even remember what else. So we're excited to see. Oh, this grass it's destroying me. My flowers are being choked out, so we got to get in here and weed all this out. But we're excited. It's looking pretty. All right, we'll go walk around the back half of the property. So we only grow on an acre. Well, that's not true. We grow on less than an acre. We only have an acre property. It's a little bit more than an acre, but I call it an acre. And it's beautiful. And it actually is plenty of space. We live in a smaller community, about population 1,000. And then the closest town is population like 4,000. And then the town just past that is population 6,000 or 7,000. So we've got about 10,000 people around us. We grow on an acre. There's a couple other flower farms, but right now I think we're the only one that sells to a grocery store. We sell to a couple florists, and we do a lot of market bouquets, U-picks. My goal is to have people come to me so I don't have to go to them. We have 5 kids. We're very busy. However, getting people to come here has been harder than I thought. I've heard U-picks are really popular on the East Coast, but I'm struggling to get people to want to do that out here. Sorry, it is bright and I am squinting. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera. So we've got some hammocks, some cute rock benches, and then a little creek that runs through. And we're going to redo this bridge this spring. And I grow inside of these cute, I started weeding it. I haven't got there. It's a little canoe. We have got some allium. Allium? I don't know. Someone tell me how to say that. Popping up right there. So that's fun. And then over here we've got our hosta. Bunch of hosta plants. We're excited about that. We put these rock beds in over here not long ago. We crossed the bridge. This was our second year growing. We put these in. Oh shoot, our rocks came down. Hope they didn't smash something. Looks like they might have. Well, have to get the hubby out here. Get all that looked at. All right, So let's look at this space. We've got a lot of, the upper is all rose bushes. So I think there's like 10 rose bushes up there. David Austin roses. And then down here I planted a lot of lilies. So I'm excited to have and see what's going on. Okay, over here we have echinacea and echinacea, a couple daylilies just for beautiful looks. This is an echinacea, and then we have got peonies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peonies right here and a rose bush. And then up there are rose bushes. This is an elderberry tree, so I'm keeping that. And we want to clean this hillside up. Oops, sorry, my finger was in there. We want to clean this hillside up and do some really pretty landscaping on this side. We just, when you say an acre, it might not seem like a lot, but an acre is a lot, especially when we have 5 very busy children. And we've got some fun play toys here and some swings in the trees. And I cut off of this. We've got some like 9-bark and willow and lamb's ear. We've got lamb's ear growing on this side of the hill. What else? Just so many things. I kind of can get creative with what we cut, especially in the greenery area. So that's fun that I get to use kind of whatever we have. We've got some fruit trees over here. So my kids have left their lacrosse stuff hanging out in the yard. Just some really fun things. Then we have another cute little canoe alongside a second creek that runs opposite side. It tees into the first one, so it's pretty. This is the area we're going to make the kid area, so follow along so you can see all of our updates as we keep going and building our flower farm. My kids created a little dam right here. They love playing in the water even when it's warm or cold. They don't care. So walking along, you can see our cute little bunny barn again. And this area we won't grow in at all. We're going to keep it a field space for the kids. Maybe build tree houses. Cute stuff. Cute stuff. And then right here, we've got some fun hammocks just right along that creek. Beautiful to listen to. And we're back to where we are going to do the sunflower festival patch. So we're so excited. Lots of fun things growing. It's a tour of our 1 acre. Sorry my filming skills aren't up to par yet. I'm working on it. We've just started this channel, so filming is a little new to me, but we're glad you're here. Follow along to see the growth of the perennials and the annuals and what our flower beds look like full bloom. I can't wait to show you guys. So thank you so much for coming along. Like, subscribe, share our page with people who are flower lovers, who you know would be entertained and want to follow along and see what we're doing. We also teach everybody what we're doing every week, so we're so excited to have you. Thanks again, you guys.